Welcome everyone to NIOS video series. Today we are going to do English. Name of the lesson is Road Not Taken. What does it mean? In this poem that we are going to do today, there are two roads. You must have had to make choices sometimes. Do you ever feel unsure of your choice? Was it because you didn't know what your choice would lead you to? Let me explain you the poem. The poem that we are doing today is written by Robert Frost. This is the sign of Robert Frost. Let's learn a little about his background. About Robert Frost. Frost was born in San Francisco on 26th March 1874. In San Francisco. After his father's death in 1885, Frost's mother moved the family to Massachusetts. Frost attended high school in Lawrence, Massachusetts. He taught in school, worked in a mill, wrote for a newspaper, and he also worked on a farm. His first professional poem was The Butterfly. The poem was published on November 8th, 1894. And from then he started writing a lot of poems. And today we are doing one of his great poems, The Road Not Taken. As you see in the slide, this is the picture of the poem written by Robert Frost. He wrote it from his experiences. We will do para by para and I will explain you the meaning of every paragraph for your understanding. First, we will do the difficult words. First word is take. So when you have options, you take something. But in the context of the poem, it is choosing. Second is choose. Choosing from a course, an option. Third is rhythm. Fourth is traveling. Fifth is equally. For example, when you take vegetables, buy them, you always check if they are equal to the weight. Sixth is step. Seventh word is path. It is a way where you can walk and move. Eighth word is decision. Ninth word is career. There are different kind of careers like teaching, etc. 10th word is perhaps, which means maybe. 11th word is poet and poem. Poet who writes the poem, like Robert Frost. And poem is the one who the content that is written by the poet. 12th word is seniors. Thirteenth word is undergrowth. The meaning of the poem, which we are going to learn today. The vocabulary that we did are the words that are there in the poem. Let's do the poem. But there are few words from the poem that are word meanings. So first word is diverged, separated and took a different direction. Second word is yellow, wood, a forest with decomposing leaves. Third word is undergrowth, dense growth of plants and bushes means the forest. Fourth word is as good as the other one. Fifth word is claim, that is better option. Sixth word is grassy, which means here in this context is unused. Seventh word is wanted where, which means had not been used. Eighth word is trodden, which means walked over. Ninth word is sigh, a deep breath. Tenth word is hence, which means here in the future. 11th word is on foot, walking. 12th word is as just as fair. It is a simile. 13th is ages and ages. Comes years to come, years to pass by. The poet in the poem, the road not taken, is at crossroads. There are two roads and he has to choose one. Read the poem aloud and enjoy its rhythm. Then read it silently. Let's start. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. The meaning of these sentences are the poet, while traveling on foot in the woods, reaches a junction where two roads diverge. Immediately, he realizes that as a traveler traveling both the roads is impossible. Here, two roads are meant, two ways of life. For example, here, two ways of life is one life, for example, you choose a medical life where you want to become a doctor, and one, for example, you want to become a lawyer. Can you do both? Can you live both the lives? No, you can't. So similarly, it's impossible to travel both the roads. The woods are yellow, which means that is probably false and the leaves are turning yellow. And be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. It means as it is impossible to travel both the roads, and the poet stands there trying to choose which path is he going to take. However, the poet wants to go down both the paths and is thinking about it hard. He's staring down one road, trying to see where it goes. The small plants and greenery of the woods block his view. Then took the other, just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear. The phrase could mean something like as just at is fair, as it's proper, righteous, and equal. And I explained you before about the example. So following that example, but this doesn't apply to a road because they both are not equal. But the poet decided to check the other path because he found the other road to be less traveled and a grassy one. Wanted wherein is an example of personification. So the poet chose this road where it was more grassy. Let's see what happens next. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. After traveling through the road, he found that both the roads are equally traveled. First, he found first road to be more traveled, but then he says both the roads to be equally traveled. The as for that refers to the path being less worn.